Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the third episode of Collaborative, and we are on our journey to remaking Study Sergeant refactoring doll. The plan for today is we're going to get some more nav things up here, and login works, but it doesn't actually do what we want. So we're going to go through this process and remove this little bug, whatever this is over here we're finding. So let's see if we can do that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a command plus. Do that. Whoa there. It's a little big, but I think it'll help you guys out. Okay, so right now, toggle, I have a go to, a route, a log in, a log out, a render. We're going to put these things back in. These were doing things with authentication. And then allow me to go to nav places. Now what I want to do is check out my old one. So in the old version, I had one of these guys. That is authenticated, which is kind of cool. So let's put that back. So this is, if it's authenticated, and is authenticated is right here. Links profile, we're going to show a profile. And we're going to have a route for a profile. Profile, profile, profile. Okay. So I'm putting here a profile one, render. So this, what we're doing is we're showing a route, and if it finds this path in the URL, it's going to do this. That's why we have a switch statement. And we're going to run this function, which is a render, which is really just a component. So we're throwing a component. It says, hey, run this thing. If it's authenticated, if this is true, redirect to the /. Else, oh, so if this is not, if this is true, and it's not, this is wrong, so they're not authenticated, then do that. Otherwise, go here. And you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's go to Study Sergeant. Oh, auth is not defined in line 44. Probably because we don't have auth in here and all that stuff. So let's go look at the old one. Look, we're going to need an auth and a profile. It's not a big deal. So what we are doing is bringing in the auth, which is a component auth. Then we need to import profile from components auth profile. Okay. Now I can log in. We see a profile. Profile should load. Doesn't like to load. Let's see what's up. We go to profile, we bind this, yeah. Profile, we render it. Auth and prompts. Let's see what profile didn't have anything in it, of course. So let's go grab stuff from the profile. Okay, so what this is going to be, it's a component, and we don't really have any state in it. It's really just going to be showing the user like what their nickname is and some things like that. It was pretty boilerplate, came from auth, and let's see what we get. Learning path. We do not need this guy. Heck, we don't need either one of those things. We do need that. We do want the profile name. We don't want this learning path section. That was from old code. Okay. And the profile is, there we go. There I am. Next, subname, picture updated. Everything we need. Now the problem is we're still getting this. Let's see if we can't fix that. Let's just Google what this is. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not really sure what it'll be, but it's quite annoying to see it all the time. But we can go profile. We can go to Sergeant. Oh, Sergeant. We don't want Sergeant to go there, guys. We want, so that's the nav brand. Link Sergeant. Oh, you know what? We don't have a Sergeant here. That's the whole reasoning. Sergeant. Sergeant. Let's just go home. Login. Login. So after the login, I need a callback. Which is what I did before. I had a callback. And it worked pretty well. So we want a login. Yo, that's pretty dope too. But we'll do that later. We want callback, because it does a callback thing. And this is what we want to use for the callback. So this is going to be handle redirect from hosted auth o login page. Okay. And then here, profile page. I kind of like that. And then this is going to be to show main application. Okay. So I've gotten these, and you know, in some ways, I feel like it should be like that. I guess all this is the same line, so it's fine. Okay, so I got some comments in here, so we know what's going on. We have our switch statements, browser router, and let's see where we are. So I go to Sergeant is not defined. Well then, you're right. This is a page. So we're going to pages / the Sergeant page. And then we want Sergeant. And in Sergeant, we go to pages, Sergeant is going to display something. As of right now, oh boy, that's a lot of shit. He is going to display this. No. This is the Sergeant. This is the Sergeant. So this is what we're displaying. This is what we used to display, so this is what we will continue to display. Now the difference is I don't have a Sarge card. I don't have select subjects. I don't have a navigation, schedule, helpers, or an editor. You don't got any of that stuff. We can leave a bunch of these functions and stuff in here. We can get rid of all this. And You know, like a get questions. I like having the functions, but I just want them stubbed out. At the end of the day, I don't want to do it myself. Again. Or just the real big ones. Nice. Well, like calculate schedule. We're not doing that anymore. I don't even think that's needed. So we'll leave it all blank for the time. And then I'm going to get rid of everything. This is container. Now, what should happen, well, I guess it's an error, but cannot read property nickname of undefined as sergeant. Nickname of undefined. Dude, we're going to get rid of that. Nickname of undefined at study sergeant. Well, you know what? Really, we don't need that or that. Let's see if that helped out. Oh. What? Sergeant doesn't have props. Why wouldn't the sergeant have props? Yeah, no. Sergeant should have props. It's probably because I don't have auth props. What does that mean? That means, let's look. So the way I used to go to CERT was like learning path. And yeah, so when I would get a callback, I would handle authentication. I would do this bad boy. Which I think is pretty similar. Oh yeah, like, what the fuck? So I can't do learning path to 2. Sergeant. Okay. So sergeant should still be the same. Well, it'll break if you do it that way. Otherwise, I log in. And when I go to callback, which is what it takes me to now, I get nickname of undefined of 111. Nickname. Sergeant. me 22. No. Auth. So that's this dot props. And I used to have this dot props dot name dot nickname. So I'm looking. Oh boy. Auth. So I did a learning path. And then I had a sergeant. I had a learning path. Callback. Let's just go through, wondering if it's I need to go through like the process of logging in. Yeah, I'm not sure how I got it before. This will probably fail. Yeah, name of undefined. But I go to my profile, and there it is. Okay, so let's see. What am I doing with my profile? Profile, I do let's try that, maybe. Invalid token. Now the other thing is that maybe the login isn't correct. The way I used to do login, and log out, no, those seem to be pretty basic. I did do this though. So let's try this. I think this will will make a difference. Because otherwise, this welcome page, yeah. So I log in. Fuck. So I'm not actually logging out is the problem again. So, should probably reduce that to something else. Oh, it's funny. I don't need this. I think if I go here, doesn't make any sense to me. This like history. Log in. Log out. Pages. I wonder if I can just do this. So let's say log in. How am I doing a lot? Profile page. Oh, I do have things in here. Yeah, so I take the profile page, instead go to the Sergeant page, and go like, clone them out, and it's a profile. Okay, here we go. Logging in. I have a profile. Oh, and I really got a profile. Name still comes out undefined again now. But now I can get a profile pretty easily, which is like this. So I'm not sure how it changed, but it definitely changed. Quite annoying. You know, we got a profile. I should probably put it in here. To make sure it works, and let's wrap this video up. Here we are, we got a profile. We got Sergeant, oh boy, cannot user profile of undefined. Oh, because we're probably doing it the other way. But if we log in, it's fine. Log in. Log in. Yeah, so now we're good. So let's fix that real quick. I'm going to do /sergeant. I want to also just pass in. I think that will solve the problem. Yeah, look at that. All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Thanks for working with me. We got some stuff working with React Native. Good job. I should just push this. Let's check the status. Ooh, look, we added a whole bunch of things. All of them. Video 3. Router. Auth. and router, I'll put in like start. Cool. There we go. And get push. Whoa. Part 1. Oh. Branch, but that's not the right branch. Cool. There it is, y'all.